This is the Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 113, where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a man's point of view. First of all, we want to thank our listeners, our new ones, our OGs. Thank you for hanging with the fella.
What up?
Today's show, Trump has a plan for Black America.
After he kicks out all the Mexicans, we can start cutting his grass.
Dr. Dre's daughter goes in on 50 Cent.
Yeah, she went harder than Ja Rule.
I will tell you how the Raiders record will relate to your marriage, and we have a post-nut mode story from a woman who goes through extreme lengths to get her man a writing job. That woman sure does care about your education. All that and more right now. This is the MRA Podcast with Colin Kaepernick, where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
We're saving relationships one listener at a time. Let's start with the front page. Breonna Taylor's killers pretty much walked. They didn't all walk, but they low-key walked. What do you say? How'd you feel after the cops walked?
I knew the cops were going to walk, man.
Of course.
The cops are for the majority of the time, they're going to walk, especially when there's no video. If it's no video, then it's their word against whoever, right?
Yeah.
And whoever is always going to lose. And, we addressed some of this stuff during Who Shot Daquan in one of our sketches. We had these cops talking, and we talked about like the DA not prosecuting certain cops.
Yes,
he works for the city. He's one of us. That's what one of the character says, and said that the DA was going to tank the case for the city. And grand jury testimonies are private, right? They're sealed, and so we don't know what happened. But a lot of questions that the family lawyer Benjamin Crump, he wanted to know, and it seems like it's possible that this guy only provided enough evidence to allow the cops to walk.
So this guy, meaning Daniel Cameron, got to decide how much evidence went in. Is that correct?
Yeah. Like one of the witnesses, like one witness out of like 13 heard the cops say, announce themselves, but he didn't at first. So he changed his statement. Again, going back to Who Shot Daquan, one of the cops says, I'm sure we can I know a couple of citizens I can convince that he saw this cop do whatever. And so, man, honestly, I want to say that I think the police are necessary. So I'm not one of these people who think that defund the police or anything like that. I think that I've been in a couple of situations where I was happy to see the police. Like, woo,
yeah.
Thank God.
The older I get, the happier I get to see them.
Yeah. However, I do know they are human. Like my wife always says this, man, it's no purity test to become a cop.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anybody can become a cop if you're physically able and you don't have any arrests and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So anybody can become a cop. And what makes them automatically angelic or just
like teachers.
Credible?
What makes a teacher automatically a great person, a great woman who wants to give back, a great man that wants to lead the next generation? They might be just collecting a check. They might be, and protected by the unions, or they might just be, one of those, they were abused, so they're looking for people to abuse. We don't know why they did it.
And teachers are always scrutinized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? More so than cops. Cops, we're supposed to just take their word as the gospel, and you should never, question a cop. Whereas teachers, man, they attack teachers constantly. And so, I think, cops lie. Everybody lies.
Humans lie, definitely.
Humans lie. And so...
Especially when your ass is on the line.
Hell yeah. And there needs to just be a better way to hold cops accountable rather than just their own department or people from that county or city.
Yes.
Dealing with
That's them. Like your wife asking me to judge over Kamal if he does some unscrupulous shit with another bitch.
Right.
You'll have your buddy Kyle decide what your punishment is.
Right.
Man,
That's
get
exactly
that shit off my fucking
exactly.
desk.
I get busted, and Kyle's the lead investigator.
Shit. You know what I mean? Unless you was fucking a child, nigga, you gonna be okay.
Yeah, man. And that's pretty much it. I think when cops actually get convicted, it's like when they do something that doesn't really...
Yeah, like
you
the
can't
George Floyd
justify,
shit.
like selling dope.
You just can't.
Like
I mean, it's
dope.
amazing, though.
Right.
Oh, what are you going to say?
Like selling dope or something like that, right? You know.
Oh, yeah. It's just like we can't do nothing with you.
They can't justify that.
Yes.
You know, but, you know, when they're keeping black and brown people in line, man, do what you got to do.
Yeah, and it's sad that you said that, man. I want to talk about President Trump one quick, man, because what's big this week, he only paid $750 in taxes, and similar to Ice Cube, he has a plan for Black America. Now, here's the thing, man. I'm going to give Trump this. He has given money to HBCUs. And because he has given money to HBCUs, it makes me wonder which of these things in his platinum plan. Whenever I hear Trump has a plan for Black America, I'm like, what does he want us to do? Become slaves again? Like, what's the plan? Where's the catch? I don't trust this guy. But if you asked me before I knew, do you think President Trump would give money to HBCUs? I would say, hell fucking no, and I'd be wrong. So I want to know which of the things, and the other thing, you know, my beef is I would love to see the Democrats come with a plan as well, because Ice Cube said that he had a plan for Black America, and he wants Black people to tell the people running, hey man, if you want my vote, you need to check some of these things off the list. And the Democrats don't really have an outright plan. At least the Republicans do. But how do you feel about Trump's plan?
I think Trump's plan is a sham. Mm-hmm. It's 5 weeks before the election. Mm-hmm. He's been president for over 3.5 years. Mm-hmm. And in 5 weeks before the election, he trots out a plan for Black America. And most of it doesn't have teeth, you know.
No, it's just it's real vague shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring better and tailored health care to address historic disparities. How? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And
trust
me. And this is the same man that said on day one that he was going to implement a new health care plan. It was going to be cheaper and better, more affordable and better than Obamacare, and he hasn't done it. And so, like, I know some people are going to say this is good, and I'm rolling with him, but Trump has shown that basically he will say anything to get elected. You know, there's a report.
Will he do it, though? I mean, he said he's going to build the wall. He built the wall.
No, he
said he's going to give.
He didn't build the wall.
Oh, no, there's a goddamn wall there, Kamal. It's just a bullshit wall, but he built the fucking wall.
I mean, the thing about it is 95% of whatever he has constructed is basically rebuilding torn wall. They're just fixing some shit.
Man, his base does not give a damn.
No, they don't. But my point is, he did not build a wall from one end of the country to the other.
All right, we talked about Trump's taxes, right? Clearly, people are finding out how much of a bullshit artist this man is. Okay, so my point was, sorry I cut you off. He's a bullshit artist. He's going to tell them, man, I said I would build the wall. The wall is built.
Yeah, he said. I mean, but he also says that he's done more for Black people than any other president aside from Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Well, he had to add Lincoln.
He said that about the what was it? The Breonna Taylor killings. Like, how do you feel about? What do you have to say about that? Well, I've done more for Black people than that. I mean, that's his stock go-to phrase. And I told you before, his rationale is criminal justice reform. Mm-hmm. You know, the HBCU thing is cool. That is something that he's supposed to do.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw that on the list. He's going to finally make
Juneteenth.
KKK.
Oh.
No, that KKK, a terrorist organization, throwing them in with Antifa.
Right. And so, like, these are the things that he could have did.
Yeah.
This is the kind of things they say white supremacy was like a number one domestic threat. White domestic terrorist. He said he didn't see it as a problem. He didn't see white supremacy as a problem. At his interview with Bob Woodward, he said
he was like, "Oh, you're drinking the Kool-Aid."
Right. And so now he's about to...
Let's break it down what Woodward said to him, because I'm jumping in. He said, do you see black privilege? Do you not see that you and I privileged from being white? And Trump was looking at him like, you crazy. Like, man, you really drinking the Kool-Aid here.
Yeah, exactly. You catch him in a candid interview when he talked about the police killing black people. He says they kill white people too.
I hate when he says that.
Yeah,
it drives me crazy.
And so they kill more white people than black people. So now all of a sudden I'm supposed to believe something that some staffer wrote 5 weeks before an election. Trump is a con man, and I know a con man when I see one.
You and Kamala Harris, quickly, $750 in taxes. Does it bother you? It does not bother me, because I know it sounds like, man, why don't anything bother you? Because I expected that he did some shady shit like that. I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm like, yeah, I'm surprised he paid $750. This guy's that's why he didn't want to show the fucking forms. I'm like, you don't say. There's things that are not flattering in there. No shit, buddy. That's why he didn't want to show them. What do you say?
If I could pay $750 in income tax every year, I'd do that shit too. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, but I'm not this guy hugging the flag.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Contradictions.
Yeah, calling NFL people sons of bitches if they don't stand for the flag and all of that stuff.
But he ain't funding the country, though.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
So for me to try to get over, it's kind of expected. For this man who wants to lead the country, and he's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, G.I. Joe America. It's like, dude, this is kind of like it's definitely hypocritical.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Well, fuck
yeah,
man.
Definitely. We come back, man. We got some feedback, and after that, we have a post-nut mode story from a woman who goes through extreme lengths to get her man a writing job. Find out what she did next. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, guys? I sure hope you're enjoying the show. If you like it, I invite you to go to our website, themrapodcast.com, and catch up on over 100 episodes that we have in store for you.
You ain't working, you might as well check us out.
And if you want some more, go over to The World According to Cheryl and check me out on Cheryl Underwood's podcast. We post content there every single day. We have her normal radio show labeled SUR, and then the Cheryl Underwood podcast, where we get in her personal business every Friday. Then on the weekends, we have the specialty shows that range from Late Night Cupcake to Auntie Cheryl's House Party to our gospel show, Spiritual Nourishment.
You gotta check out The World According to Cheryl, even though I ain't on it.
We got some feedback, Hobie.
Do we now?
Yes, we do, man. First of all, from my sister, she's been listening. She says she loves the show. Mom's since shout out too. She's been listening. Says we've come a long way and really enjoy the growth of our segments, like post-nut mode and stuff like that. She says congratulations to our new affiliate, on us having a new affiliate, Dynasty Radio in New York. That is huge. Our first affiliate. Kamal, I sent you the promo that they're running over there at Dynasty Radio.
Yeah, man, I liked it, man.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, man. It's us, and they're playing like the tribe. Yeah, man. The tribe.
Which is very much us.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good look, man. Basically, what happened was these are an affiliate of Cheryl Underwood Radio, and at the affiliate meeting that we had, we got another one coming up October 10th. That's not the point. Some of the people, our affiliates, were talking about how much they like the MRA Minute, because I do what's called the MRA Minute on Cheryl's show every day, and I plug this podcast. And so some of the affiliates were saying how much they enjoyed it, which was great to hear. And then we eventually get around to talking about, well, hey, if y'all want to carry the show, hit me up, Kyle@KyleIrby.com, send me an email, blah, blah, blah. And Miss Kim Dynasty hit me up. Now, she's not the first one to do it, but she's the first one to actually play it. Because, cats be talking. You know how that is, come out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, send it to me. So she's the third. Yeah, send it to me, but she's the first. She's actually playing it.
To actually do what she said she was going to do.
Yes, and speaking of doing what she said, Kamal Abdul-Jabbar, we got the next feedback from that dude, Art, my big homie, your little homie, and you did what you said you would do. You got back to Art. Art got back to you. He commented. He said, so we don't get to find out what you said. You'd have to go to at MRA Podcast, at the MRA Podcast on Instagram. But if you find that post, Kamal explains, because Art basically was like, hey, man, why you always hate on Coach Johnson? Because if he listens to the podcast and he hears Kamal always blaming every last free throw he's ever missed since high school.
Everything that's wrong that's happened in my life can all be traced back to one man.
So Kenya Barris blames everything on slavery. Kamal blames it all on Coach Johnson. And so that dude, Art, heard Kamal's explanation. It must have been good because that dude, Art, said, at Angry Kamal, oh, damn, my bad. Fuck him then. I didn't know he fucked with you like that. I don't blame you then. I always seen you as a Rod Strickland type point guard. Look at that. Respect to Kamal's point guard game. Yeah. The first human to ever corroborate him having any kind.
I had a little game. Obviously, I wasn't as good as I thought I was, but I didn't deserve to be treated. See, the thing about it is I was all of this is happening, my whole beef. God, I'm 15, 16 years old.
Yes.
So all of this beef that I have with this man.
Possibly an asshole of a student, which we've all had them.
I was not a bigger asshole than everybody else. I was, just like everybody else. The problem is I didn't take a lot of shit. And, I guess, and I was expendable. I wasn't good enough that he needed me on the team. So it was like, looking back in hindsight, I'm supposed to take this shit because I needed him more than he needed me. If you could understand
Colin Kaepernick right now. Colin Kaepernick spoke out against Miss Breonna Taylor's Killers Walked. And he said, this is why we need to get rid of the white supremacist department known as the police. Now, that's not going to help him get a job, Kamal. But he's on fucking mode.
Well, it's like Kaepernick getting banned. If Patrick Mahomes would have kneeled, he would still be playing. I wasn't Patrick Mahomes. I wasn't Damon.
Damon Wilkins.
I wasn't Damon Wilkins.
Exactly.
So I had to walk a different line.
That makes sense, man. He said maybe he was on that shit he got busted for later on. Maybe. Hey, man, we come back. We have a post-nut mode story from a woman who goes through extreme lengths to get her man a writing job. Find out what she did next. It's the MRA Podcast. According to Webster's dictionary, being in post-nut mode is when you have a clear mind and you can make sound decisions as if you just busted a nut.
Yeah, I don't know if Webster actually said that.
No, he didn't. But our listener, Big Easy Q, told us all about it, and we can relate. Women, men. So listen, if you have a story of when you did something foolish.
In pre-nut mode.
Yeah, something really dumb. Maybe it was top grime. Especially something in pre-nut mode you don't want nobody to know about. Hit us up, and we'll tell the world. We can all laugh at your expense, and hopefully you'll learn from your mistakes.
Aristotle once said, the results of pre-nut mode is the best teacher. I think he said some shit like that.
Send us your stories at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That's dearirby@themrapodcast.com. And now it's time for a post-nut mode story, only on the MRA Podcast. Come out, this one's from Marie in Mar Vista. She says, I don't know how it works for men, but for us girls, there are certain people we would never admit we slept with. We don't put them on our list. We will deny if it comes up. And it's like it never happened. One of those guys was a particular man in Hollywood that we have all heard of. So I won't say his name. I never tell anyone I slept with him because I am an actress and I don't want people to think I fucked my way to success. No, I worked hard to get where I am at. My ex-boyfriend is a writer, and he was having the hardest time getting work for the longest time. It was starting to affect our home life because he was always so depressed about it. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. So I called in a favor to that guy I knew because I knew he was a heavy hitter with clout. I asked if he could help my boyfriend get a job, and he said he would A, put in a good word for him, or B, he could guarantee him a job if I went over there and sat on his dick. He said it just like that. My heart dropped that the guy could be so bold, but it actually turned me on a little bit. The next day, I told my ex to take my son on a play date. My son is not my ex-boyfriend's son, but he had been around so long, it was just like his son. I called the producer I knew and told him I was coming by. I went to his office with a skirt but no panties on, literally sat on his lap, bucked his brains out, then walked out the door like a boss, making sure I got my parking validated. The next day, my boyfriend had an interview and got stabbed. I felt bad that he never knew why, but at the same time, I was proud of myself for putting my family first. That is Marie in Mar Vista. Kamau, your face doesn't look happy right now, Kamau. If America could see you now, we were one of those podcasts, boy. Furious anger, judgment. What's going on, man? How you feel about Marie calling it a favor for her dude?
That is not a favor for her dude. She said it. It turned her on.
Wow.
And I gotta take issue with Marie saying she walked out like a boss. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. The boss is the one that got her boyfriend a favor. He got some ass, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the boss. You know, you don't walk out like a boss, Marie. He's your ex, so I mean, you know, I'm glad because
yes.
I'm glad that you guys aren't still together because I know I wouldn't want that. I would want that help from my wife.
No way.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want that at all. As a matter of fact, when you were reading this, I thought this was my wife until she actually did it, and I was like, okay, well, my wife ain't shit. But then he got the job. So I thought it was, and the nigga turned around and didn't give him a job. I was about to.
Nigga, that is hysterical.
I was about
If
to run
the
to the
nigga
back.
didn't get the job, we was going to stop tape so you can make a phone call.
Hell
Hey,
yeah,
girl, what in the fuck? Goddamn it. I'll be back.
Yeah, but he got the job. So okay.
He got the job.
Dodged the bullet.
This dude is so stupid.
It's not me.
Nah,
Man, but honestly, obviously, if he's still working, he's got chops.
Yeah.
And I know that frustration because I'm going through it currently, right? So I know that frustration of thinking like, damn it, is it ever going to happen? Is there something wrong with my skills and stuff like that? And in his mind, he got it on his own merit. That's something you got to take to the grave, Marie. Don't have like this. I just need to tell him this one time. No, don't
that's
have.
For you. Don't do it.
I wouldn't tell nobody. I wouldn't tell your girl. You know how shit gets, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I hope your name's not Marie. I hope
I couldn't be. Not Marie. I mean, I always look at the names if they're alliterative. That lets me know it's a fake name. Maria Mar Vista, that's with us.
Yeah.
Our dear Irby's from Lionel in Long Beach. Like, come on, he changed his name, which is smart. I would change my name too.
Yeah,
so.
I'm hoping, because honestly, I wouldn't want to know this. I probably wouldn't quit. I probably like, damn it. All right, so when you want the script in by but nah, man, honestly though, this goes to show you with like how guys think of women. And this is honestly, Marie, this is what we talk about when the rappers are spraying champagne. Like they're so misogynistic because this shit can happen. A boss, a guy with clout, as you say, offers you a proposition and you take it, and he's able to bless your boyfriend, probably with the job that's going to change his entire life. So does he think highly of women? Does a guy like this think that women are to be respected and all of that good stuff? Or he thinks that basically they're all just after my power?
Well, let me speak up for the boss right quick and give some different perspective. That doesn't mean he doesn't respect women. I really hate when they blanket, you know what I mean? Like we're going to talk about Exhibit and Dre in the next one. It doesn't mean he doesn't respect women. It just meant he don't respect that woman right there.
Well,
or
I'm saying,
he know you'll do it.
I'm not saying he doesn't respect women. I shouldn't have said that. But I'm saying like he's always guarded and thinks that women are just after his power, and he treats them as such.
That's like saying guys are always after the ass. Are they?
No.
look on your face. I was watching NFL the other day, and I'm watching Samantha Ponder. You know which one that is? And she's with all these athletes. And I'm thinking, man, in this day and age, you have to, no matter how hot she looks, you have to not look at your coworker as if she is a potential sex partner. I know she looks good. She smells good. That skirt is high. That leg is out. That is not for you. Even if she's smiling at you, she's not smiling at you like that. That is a conversation that we have to have in our head sometimes, ladies. And you have no idea about that.
No, yeah. That's something that so rough. Like like Patrice O'Neal said, you have no idea with the bear.
Yeah.
He said like a bear with some salmon like dipped in honey.
Dipped in honey.
Oh shit. You can't
just sitting there. Yeah. you gotta fight all your instincts that say, and I'm be careful not to say this is what I go through, but as a man, this is what is very common, but y'all don't care. When we come back, man, Dr. Dre's daughter goes on a 50 Cent and Exhibit rant. Ooh, she got in on him. She was very disrespectful. Is there a flag on the play involved for him, for her? We'll talk about it. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys, if you're digging the show, then please tell somebody. People might say something to you like, hey man, what podcast you listening to? And that's when you say the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal.
Or the MRA Podcast with Kamal and Kyle.
Kamal, this Dr. Dre's daughter story was so intriguing to me, man, because basically she came to the aid of her mom. Mm-hmm. Dr. Dre and his mom and her mom, his soon-to-be ex-wife, Nicole Young, are going through it right now. We have reported it on this show many times, how we were very frustrated with she's asking for $2 million a month. Every 30 days, I need $2 million American dollars. Sounds crazy to me. And apparently, after hearing the latest TMZ, guess what Nicole asked for today? I am guessing I did not see it for myself, but it sounds like Exhibit and or 50 Cent came to Dre's defense as their homie and talked disparagingly against Miss Nicole Young, used the B word and everything. I get both sides, Kamal. On this show, I'm not going to say which one of us did it. They'll probably assume it was me, and I'm okay with that. We almost called Dr. Dre's wife out of her name, and we stopped.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, that didn't go out.
Oh.
We did another take.
Oh, it did?
It was in the cold open.
Oh, okay.
Remember, because we was going to play a certain song.
I was about to cop to it.
Huh?
I was about to cop to it.
Anyway, the point is we went back and was like, nah, man, because there's a guy code, dog. If a man married the woman, you cannot call her out of her name in public.
Well, I'll say this.
You can't do that, fellas.
I'll say this. Well, that would be every man's wife. It's just that we know Dre as an artist, right? Yeah. And hopefully I get to work with Dre and meet him. Yeah. He's like one of my, one of my idols from, just being a kid.
Yes.
The Express Yourself video and all of that stuff. So I admire his work, And so that's the only pause I would have. But like, I'm sure, Kyle, you wouldn't have a problem with somebody calling that chick in the Tiger King a bitch, Carol Baskin.
This is what I'm trying to say. You have an ex-wife. I would never call her out of her name, no matter how.
Right. I was going to get to.
Her actions inspire me.
Right. I was going to get to Exhibit in 50.
Okay.
So I think just the general public, like, me going at Dre's wife, like, I don't really know her. She's, I think she's fair game.
Yeah,
but Dre, 50 and Exhibit.
Yes.
They know Dre.
Yes.
They might have even met Nicole.
They definitely have.
Yeah, they might have even met
If they
Nicole.
know the daughter, they know, because she definitely called Exhibit in his government name. Now, really, Alvin, like, she went there.
Right.
It was so rude. Oof,
and so stuff, I think that for 50 and Exhibit, no matter how much Dre's the homie, they got to stay out of it.
Yeah.
Because they're too invested. Yeah. And so they have to stay out of it because, honestly, it's a bad look for Dre. It's a bad look for Dre, man, because now his daughter is doing what she thinks Pop should do. Why you ain't talking? Your homeboys is, what the fuck, daddy? And so it puts Dre in a bad position because Dre, no matter how much he might agree with them, you know, they're on social media and he's got adult kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, his life is not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? He makes his money in hip hop, but his life is his life, his personal life. And so I think what you like you said, is that flag on the play? Flag on the play for 50 in an exhibit. They should have stayed on the play. Ooh. It's a major one because honestly, their actions can cause a rift with the family.
Yeah. And so that's 15 yards, man.
Yeah. This is a pretty big flag, in my opinion.
Can I tell you what I loved about it, man? I love the way 50 handled it, dog, because I'm such a fan of 50. He's such an asshole, man. And I'm an asshole, so assholes unite, you know. I mean, the way 50 drug... The way 50 drug Ja Rule was so damn funny when this nigga buys the goddamn seats in the Ja Rule's concert so that nobody can sit in the seat so he's performing in front of an empty arena. That's hilarious, dude. Like, you spent money on this just to embarrass the dude, just to show up and get a picture taken with nobody in the crowd. Well, this nigga's an asshole. But the fact that... Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
Please
Recently... Irv Gotti said when 50 was coming out, he was calling people, record labels, telling people like that he didn't fuck with 50 to try to get them not to sign him. He admitted this, I think, on Fat Joe's podcast recently, within like the past 2 or 3 weeks. And so obviously, it's like, why does 50 after all these years still go in on Murder Inc. and Irv and Ja Rule? It's like, well, Ja Rule, well, Irv admits before he even took off, I was trying to dead his career before he even took off.
So what are you saying?
That 50 has every right to stay on these dudes' necks.
Yes.
Like, and that was information that the public didn't have. I thought 50 was being petty after all these years. Like, dude, you won. It's like, no. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
These guys tried to stifle me before I even left the womb.
Dog, I'm not hating on 50 for this. What I'm actually praising him because he acknowledged that Lil Dre said, it should be Drea, but it's not. It's Little Truly said disparaging things about. He acknowledged that Truly Young disrespected him. He didn't. He posted a picture of him in his, tuxedo, smoking a cigar, looking confused at the screen, and it says, Dr. Dre's daughter told me to shut the fuck up, LOL. Then it has the zip mouth emoji. I love that response. He's not pretending that he didn't see it. He saw it, but he's not responding. You know why? Because you can't respond to that. That is even more disrespectful to the big homie. And we just can't let that happen come out. When we come back, the late Naya Rivera's ex-husband moves in with her younger sister. Are there any flags to be thrown? Find out. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, guys and gals, if you're enjoying the show, let someone know. Whatever app you're listening on, please subscribe, give us 5 stars, and leave a positive comment.
And why wouldn't you give us 5 stars and a positive comment? We're great.
Yes, we are. This helps our placement so that other people can enjoy the show as well.
And why wouldn't they? We're great.
Kamau, Ryan Dorsey was married to the Glee star Naya Rivera, who died tragically after she drowned in California. Now, he has been photographed several times, according to the Daily Mail, with Naya's 24-year-old younger sister, who happens to be a model. These two are reportedly giving each other that, they're both sad, so they're kind of bonding over that. And they're now living together to raise Naya's 5-year-old son. Incidentally, there was a picture of them holding hands at Target, but it doesn't necessarily look romantic. But it's just like, I don't know, man. If you're Naya's family, are you mad at Ryan for what looks like is happening?
I'm definitely questioning it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely questioning it. But honestly, we don't know what's going on. We don't know at the funeral, the repast, the memorial service. We don't know if the family's been having a big old powwow. The family might be in on this. You know, the family might be cool with this. We need to really stick together now and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's just us gossiping and shit like that because it looks bad on the outside, but we don't know the inner workings of the family. We don't know the conversations. I mean, it was a tragic was a tragic loss. This wasn't like, Naya died of like a long battle with cancer.
Yeah.
This was, I'll see you in a couple hours.
Yeah,
and
wow.
she don't come back.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sudden. And man, grief affects people differently, man. So until here's the thing about it. Even if they cross the line and become a couple, I'm not mad at it. They're both grown. Yeah. I mean, they both lost somebody they both loved. I mean, each of them, the husband and the sister, Nia was probably the person they loved the most in the entire world.
Absolutely, yes.
And so, I don't know, man, if they think this, is weird, but if linking up brings them closer to their sister, I don't know. It's some weird shit, but hey, I'm not mad at it.
The only thing I would be mad at, Kamal, is if it comes out that, there was some shadiness involved in the death of Naya Rivera, and this was a plot all along. Now, that would be like, God, dog, that's horrible. Outside of that drama, that television type bullshit, if they really just bonded over the death, it feels like a perfect match. We're both missing her. We're both loving her. We both really, really loved her. And so I could understand. And they say sometimes, I remember in the movie Speed, she was like, well, we probably shouldn't start our relationship like this because it was some whatever. That kind of shit can bond. You pretty much said it. So I wouldn't be shocked if it did happen. It does look a little weird, but I try not to be one of those people that's like, oh, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because listen, man, like, you don't know until you're in it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And man, we come back, man, Uncle Luke, now this is heartbreaking. He settled down. He finally gets married. What happens? His wife left. We'll explain why. It's the MRA Podcast. You listen to us, but Kamal and I want you to know that we listen to you too.
Even if we don't always respond to your tweets in a timely manner.
I love how you said we, man. So if you have some feedback, maybe you agree.
Maybe you disagree.
Or maybe you just want to tell us how much you love the show, or that you want to testify about how we specifically helped you out. Or maybe you just want to tell Kamal how he was right or wrong.
But mostly right.
Whatever you want to tell us, hit us on our social. I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Hit us up and you just might hear your comment on the air.
Promise. We'll be gentle.
Kamal, this one hurt me, man. Luke Skywalker from Luke. Give all that Luke movie. Legendary 90s, late 80s, 90s bounce rapper, hip hop superstar. They call him Uncle Luke. So that you know he's highly respected in the genre. He married a younger woman, Kamal, and she's cold. I think he's pushing 60. She's pushing late 30s. And I just assume when this happened, when, they broke up, I assume Luke was being Luke. What I know about Luke, banned in the USA, me so horny, pop that pussy, doo-doo brown. So, I don't think people change. I'm thinking, he never stopped being that. But according to Luke, he did change. He said he was blindsided by her calling for divorce after 12 years. He said he did not cheat, and he was not verbally or physically abusive. Based on the little that we know, Kamal, why do you think she would leave, dog?
Because he's pushing 60.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah. She's pushing 60. I don't know if they got a prenup, but I'm pretty sure she'll get a nice payout, whatever it is. Wow. And, I don't know if, to me, Luke's the man.
Absolutely.
Luke's the man. And I know for years he was Miami.
Yeah.
My question is he still Miami? Is he still Miami? It was a time he used to be. I don't know if it's now Rick Ross's town or when, I don't know. But there was a time. I
got a problem with this, though.
I do.
Why is it? No.
I do got a problem.
Oh, go ahead, because I'm ready to go in. Now, if you're going to go in, I got to ask my question. Hold yours, please.
I'm not going in. You said why. You know what I'm saying?
I'm asking you, why is it that a woman can apparently use a man for his status, but if a dude uses a woman for her sex, he's a bad guy? Are they both bad guys?
Oh, in my opinion, the woman is worse.
Why, Kamal?
It's more deceptive.
I'm I get what you're saying.
It's more.
But in their defense, they're not allowed to be into a guy's money, so they all downplay it. Just like we're not allowed to be into sex, so we all pretend we don't want sex on that first, second, third, and fifth date. That is our job, to pretend we don't want to hit it. Fellas, if you got a girl you like, your number one job is to make sure that she can't tell how badly you want to hit it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is Luke pulled a chick, half his age, right?
Yes. Almost, pretty much, yeah.
You said she's pushing 30 or she's...
Well, yeah, she's 38 and he's...
30, okay.
Yeah. So it's 20 years.
All right. Would he have pulled her without the status and the cash?
That's a good question. Probably not.
Probably
not. Yeah, it's sad.
Now,
it's sad to me, man, because he didn't want to get divorced. Go ahead, man.
And now, on the flip side, could Luke, without status and cash, pull bad chicks?
Not at all.
You don't think so?
She's a baddie too.
See, I think I've seen like regular guys with bad wives.
That young?
Well, that age difference, no, that's some sugar daddy stuff. You gotta.
I'm saying you gotta have dough.
Yeah, you gotta.
Hey, listen, if you're 60 and your wife is in her 30s, you gotta have dough for that.
Yeah.
That is not for personality. No woman's going. You can. That's what be killing me, ladies. How nice. I'll be talking about nice and sense of humor. Ain't a motherfucker funny enough to have a 38-year-old beautiful sister when you about to be 60. Ain't that much humor in the damn world.
Man, I know somebody. I know of a regular middle class couple that they got together, and they were. I think the guy might be early 60s or pushing 60, and she is early 40s. And when they got together, she might have been late 30s, early 40s, or something like that.
Then you know what? I'm happy to stand corrected, Kamal.
Yeah, I mean, but that was. They worked together. They connected. They genuinely got along. They
might have connected, Kamal.
Yeah.
Luke and his wife might have connected. He loves her, and I just hate that. Guys, we don't want to get married. Let me just say it like that, ladies. But when a dude finally does, he's in it to win it. Even if he cheats once or two or three times, he don't want to break up. And Luke got dumped. Man, we come back. We'll get into NFL update on how Kamal's team and my team is doing. And I'm going to relate how the Raiders record relates to your marriage. So you're going to want to hear that. And later in the show, after this, actually, we have a Dear Irby letter from a guy who feels like he's been in the doghouse for too long. What should he do? Kamal and I are going to coach him up. It's the MRA Podcast. Guys, I have a comedy album. It's called Be a Man at All Times. And it's on, what's it on? Oh, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you stream your content.
It's a damn good comedy album.
I appreciate that, man. There's stand-up on there. Kamal and I wrote a whodunit mystery called The Case of the Missing Balls. That's on there.
Based on a true story.
Check out the album. Show your boy some support. And you can buy it on iTunes. Keyword buy it. Stop streaming. Kamal, how your Broncos doing, man? I feel like they have a losing record, and I'm hoping they have a losing record. Go ahead and tell me. There's only been 2 games. I'm guessing they're what? Not good.
We are defeated.
Ooh, 0-2, last place in the league. 0-3, last place in the league. Even worse.
Yeah,
I love it.
I mean, I'm not mad at this record though. I actually want us to bottom out. In training camp right before the season started, we lost Von Miller in a freak ankle injury, so we lost him for the whole year. So we lost the anchor player. Yeah, we lost the anchor of our defense, and then in week 2 we lost our quarterback for like 6 weeks. Week 2 we lost our starting receiver for the rest of the year with a torn ACL. So
one of those years, huh?
Our quarterback's out, our best receivers out, and our best defenders out. Man, let's lose all of them. Let's go ahead.
Games.
Let's
lose
all of them.
Games and get an early draft pick for every single round.
We ain't losing no money. Yeah, it's not like one of those things. We gotta stay competitive for the fans. Hey man, we ain't losing no money. Ain't nobody, fans in the stands.
There to boo.
Yeah, so go ahead
and to get it over with. Hope nobody gets hurt.
Let's just bottom out. Put a competitive team on the field, and hope for the worst.
Give the young guys some reps. Let me tell you how I feel about this, man. First of all, the Raiders are 2-1. We just lost to the New England Patriots, led by Cameron Newton, who I'm very much cheering for because I want it to be proven that he is a great quarterback. He just didn't have the best coaches to help him, even though it is kind of a punk ass thing to say. Is this the coaches? No, he didn't. I don't think he focused as much as he could have. But I think he's in a good position right now. win all the marbles. Now, my Raiders are 2-1. Let me tell you what I learned and how you're going to use this in your marriage. I want my team to win some to steal some wins against the good teams, right? We got some good teams coming up. Buffalo's coming in, we got the Tampa Bay. We got some good teams. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. Ugh, hate to say it. We got to accidentally beat some good teams, come out. But most importantly, we can't lose to the teams we're supposed to beat. That's what I hate. When you lose to the team, when you lose to the Detroit Lions, come out, it's all bad. I don't give a damn if the Cleveland Browns having a good year. When you lose to the Cleveland Browns, to the Miami Dolphins, dog, you don't want that.
You don't want to lose to the Denver Broncos because I'm going to let you have it.
We cannot lose for the Denver Broncos at any time, especially this year. That's what I mean. We can't let them get a surprise victory. They want to lose. You can't lose to the team that wants to lose. Two teams out there that want to lose worse than the other. Mm-hmm. And the reason and the lesson for the day is, I remember, man, in my marriage, Kamal, I used to lose easy games. Easy. Having an argument with my lady over staring at Beyonce in the damn checkout line. Why? Take the W. Stop. Like, who gives them? You're never gonna fuck her. Who cares? Stupid shit at damn Costco looking at ass. Getting caught looking at ass. It's an easy W, Kamal. Don't look at the ass of your girls right there. Stupid. One of the dumbest L's I took. With this damn hotel. Have a little family get together. The clerk Kamal starts giving your boy the eye. And that's been a weakness of mine since I was a child. When a girl is like, you can get it. I want you. Because in my mind, I'm like, why should I not serve my country by blessing this woman who wants this man? And fellas, you know what it feels like. Sometimes you in a relationship with a woman, it don't even feel like she wants you no more. And this one does. And you're supposed to be like, ugh,
You're not supposed to perform your civic duty? Yeah, I don't.
Bro, the girl is giving me eyes hardcore. My wife is in the room, and I'm just like, I can't believe I'm getting this much rhythm right now. But that's an easy W, man. Just say no, man. Take the easy wins. Don't catch L's on those.
I've been sneak looking for years,
Hilarious.
so
yeah.
I haven't been busted, man.
Yeah.
Not in a long time.
Well, keep your family together, man. Get the easy wins. When we come back, we have a Dear Irby letter from a guy who feels like he's been in the doghouse for far too long. What should he do? Kamal and I are going to coach him up. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey guys, what's up? If you're enjoying this show, do us a favor and donate to our Patreon.
Word.
Just go to www.patreon.com. That's Patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast with Colin Kaepernick.
Word.
It's that simple. Listen to the show, love the show, share the show, break the show off with some dough.
Bars.
Let's get into this Dear Irby letter.
Let us.
Dear Irby, I've been with my wife for 20 years and we have 2 great kids. We love each other very much, but I can't feel it anymore. I was just talking about this, Kamal, when you can't even feel it no more. About 10 years ago, I cheated on her. Oops. She stuck by my side and agreed to work on it. Things were great at first, and it was almost as if the other woman brought us closer. But in the last, I'll say 7 years, we have been dead. She is cold as ice. That's a song by a foreigner. She is mean. She constantly cuts me down. And I believe it's because she has this get out of jail free card from what I did to her. She's a shell of the woman I fell in love with. I know it's all my fault, but how long am I supposed to suffer for that one mistake? I am doing my best to just take it, but I'm getting tired of it. What should I do, guys? I'm at the end of my rope. Recently, a woman at work has been showing me interest. Here we go. This nigga don't learn. I'm fighting not to give in to the temptations, but my wife is not making this easy for me. What should I do? Kamal, please help this brother because I'm getting upset.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot, man. He's in a tough spot. The wife is cold. And you are not the invisible man anymore.
What does that mean?
Well, you know, man, like... after a while, man, we out of our prime and shit like that. So like the perks and stuff like that, the little looks that we used to get when we were in our late
at
teens,
the hotel.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Grocery store, the checkout lady and all that stuff. I would, fast food. I get some extra fries and shit like that. Now they hand me my shit without even looking at me. So it's like.
That's funny.
I'm the invisible man. Actually, I've realized I'm such an invisible man. I just throw on whatever to go out because ain't nobody checking me out. I used to be fresh when I left the house.
Mm-hmm.
Now
couldn't leave the house till he was fresh.
Yeah, now I got on whatever the fuck, man. And so now Lionel is starting to become a little bit more visible now.
How has he become visible?
He said the chick throwing him. She's looking at him. I don't know what he did.
I get what you're saying. So he's been living. Being invisible for a long time. Right. And all of a sudden, somebody sees him again. Wow, Kamau, you should be a writer when you grow up, dog. That's poetic, bro. All of a sudden, you notice? Somebody notices me.
Yeah, she notices him at a time where his wife is being cold.
Wow,
this is a test, Lionel. That woman was sent from the devil.
Oh, amen to that. Amen.
Man, Lionel, let me tell you something, man. I don't know how old your kids are. If they're grown, you do what you gotta do. But if these are school-age children, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Come on, bro.
Now, as far as your wife, man, being cold and stuff like that. Now, you have your suspicions, but she hasn't spelled it out. She hasn't let you know. She hasn't confirmed that the reason why she's cold is because she can't let go of what happened in the past. I think a conversation needs to happen. Hell, I even think therapy. Let a professional work this thing out. Now, you guys, you said you guys worked it out. Was that through therapy or you guys just came together? Because some of that shit needs to be worked out by a referee. You know, some of that shit needs a professional in there. And if your girl, after 10 years ago, you know, is still holding on to that, she probably is, man. She probably is. And honestly, your girl's probably a lot like me because let me tell you something. No matter how cool I can say I am, and that's why I would break up with my chick because I could never let it go. Myself.
So if your wife got you the job by banging the producer and you find out.
I can never let it go. I will keep the job. I ain't letting the job go.
Wait a minute.
I ain't letting that
go. Let's get something straight. When I say I could never let it go, I'm talking about the job. Now, my wife will forever.
She got to go. Yeah,
let
she
me tell
gotta
you
go.
something.
Yeah.
They come and go.
Yeah, but the job.
But good jobs are hard to find.
I ain't been spending 25 years of my life looking for a wife.
Amen to that. Hey, we come back, man. I got to weigh in. Come out, you are a fool. It's the MRA Podcast. Yo, what's up? I'm Kyle.
And I'm Kamau.
And you're listening to the MRA Podcast where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. Kamau, I love when you go first. It's not a lazy thing, man. You have such a good perspective and it really inspires me, my dude. Because I was mad at Lionel. Lonely Lionel in Long Beach, man. Come on, Lionel. Don't ever call yourself lonely, dog. Especially writing into a show with a couple brothers, man. Don't do that, dog. The fuck? You know what you're doing, man? You're pissing me off because you're blaming your wife that you need to dip the weenie. You're blaming her. Don't ever do that, fellas. We do that all the time. We blame our wife when we cheat or when we step out. Stop blaming your wife. I mean, she can make it harder or easier. I ain't gonna front. But the truth is, if your wife was having sex with you every night, that'll make you not want to have sex with other women. Sometimes the more sex you have, the more sex you want. It's not on her, man. And I'm not going to say something's wrong with you, but I am going to say it has nothing to do with her. She can help. I ain't gonna front. She does. It can get frustrating. Lionel, you're in a tough situation, bro. Chris Rock, we always go back to Chris Rock. He says, your wife catch you cheating, you got a chance to leave, you better run. Because she's going to make you pay for this the whole rest of your life. Kamau says, go get therapy. Yeah, that'll help. Not really. Nothing going to help that pain she feels. Nothing. She feels like it's all your fault. You said, do I have to suffer for the rest of my life for that one mistake? I'm calling bullshit, nigga. That wasn't one mistake. I hope I'm not turning into man bashing Kyle, the dude I can't stand, other radio hosts I'm not going to mention. I don't believe it was that one mistake. You know why? Because this damn woman at work. Why would you even bring her up, bro? Like, if that was just a one mistake, then you wouldn't even be thinking about this woman at work. You would know that she is a trap sent from Hades. She is a trap, homie. There's no way she could be better than your deal. I promise you. It's not going to be. I don't care. You just want the attention. Kamal said it perfectly, man. You've been invisible. You've been walking around invisible, and all of a sudden somebody notices you. You want the connection. It's not the lady at work. You do not want this woman. I'm telling you, you don't. Now, unless this is your fifth wife and you get married all the time, I'm just going to assume, just like Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker, Kamal, has been with tons of women. How many times has he been married? The answer is one. Dr. Dre had women here and there, women in the videos, all kinds of women. How many did he marry? The answer is one.
LL Cube.
LL Cool J, one of the greatest rappers of our time. You cannot deny his longevity in the game. You cannot deny, oh my God, I used to hate how many times my cousin talked about how fine he was, or my high school sweetheart Linda talked about how fine LL was. One wife. Ice O'Shea Jackson Cube. Made songs about dipping the weenie. Been on tour forever. One. Niggas ain't trying to get divorced, dude. So when you found one, I promise you it ain't gonna be that much easier to find the next woman at work. You got a problem on your hand, Lionel, and the problem is you, man. You got to change your perspective. Calling yourself lonely, Lionel, is a clue. Blaming your wife because of what you're going through, dog. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. You did this to yourself, man. That's like a nigga being in jail. That's like R. Kelly being like, man, how long am I supposed to pay? Motherfucker, you ain't done paying yet. You did this, dog. Now, do I feel bad for you, Lionel? Absolutely. Because I can't, how's it going to get better? Come on, I don't know. I guess you said counseling. I don't know how it's going to get better. You might just have the death penalty. But I'm going to tell you right now, please don't think this other broad is going to be better. Go ahead, Kamal.
No, I was gonna say that how long is he supposed to be getting cut down? That's the thing.
That's a good point.
So what he's asking is like, is he supposed to take the verbal abuse? It's nothing sharper than a woman's tongue.
Nothing sharper, baby. Yeah. Not even in knives, bullets.
Yeah, nothing
that
sharper.
Is their fist.
And so if she's cutting this man down, man,
you gotta check her, bro.
Was it death by 1,000 cuts?
You gotta check her on that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so mad that the Lonely Lionel shit got me so mad. I'm a little off my game. You gotta check her, bro. You teach people how to treat you, my nigga. You check her for that shit. Yeah. I know you don't want to argue and you feel guilty. Fuck that. Don't play her game. Let me tell you what to do, man. Outside of going to get another woman outside the house, you got to break up with her inside the house. Be done with her, man. Just be done with her for a while. And if it doesn't get better, then you got to go side piece and then go solo, dog. Because I mean, something's got to get her to shake her up, man. I don't know how you're gonna. I don't see it getting better, to be honest. I don't want to tell you to break up, but it might be time because. You got to ask her, man. Like, honestly, you're right. How long are you supposed to suffer? I don't know. You're stronger than me, man, because I would have been done by now.
Well, I think it's just a conversation first, without the anger.
Yeah.
Without, like, checking. But just, like, next time she says something slick, just, hey, why are you talking to me like that? Why do you keep...
Yeah.
Why do you don't have to talk to me like that? Why? Like, what did I do? I mean...
And ask her if she's done with you. Ask her if she's done with you.
Do you like me?
Are you done with me? Like,
do you like me? What did I do to deserve this?
Do you want to do this? Because if you don't want to do this, then that's smart. Come out. Ask her. Do you still even like me? Do you want to do this? Because if she does, then you got to let her know. Then because I can't feel it, and this ain't working for me. Mm-hmm. And you know I'm the type of person that needs. That's why I'm saying that one time bullshit. Fuck that. Let it be known. I'm the type of person that needs attention from a woman. And it's hard. This is what Kyle would say. And it's hard enough for me to be with one woman. If I'm gonna be with one, then damn it, I need you to step your game up. Because what I'm not going to be is tortured for the rest of my damn life. So do you want to do this? If so, I need you to change. If not, you got to go. You need some advice in your relationship
and can't afford a therapist?
Yeah. Hit us up and we'll get you through this.
We won't even charge you a copay.
Exactly. The Dear Irby letter is our longest standing segment on the MRA, dating all the way back to the webisodes. This is where we truly save relationships one listener at a time. We've saved marriages,
encouraged divorce,
taught a guy how to please his woman,
encouraged divorce.
Yeah, so hit us up for advice and we'll help you out. Send your emails to dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Where can we find you?
Man, Twitter, Instagram, at Angry Kamal.
I am at Kyle Irby, KYLEERBY. Where you can find me on all social media. I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. At the MRA Podcast, where you can find Kamal and I both, and we are both responding to people. KyleIrby.com is my website. That's where you can see some of the commercials I have done. Watch a little bit of stand-up, man. I sure am missing the stand-up comedy, Kamal, but it's starting to come back slowly, and I got to get my feet wet again. Man, Kamal, you bring it every time, and I appreciate you, man. You bringing it, and you always being prepared, and you always being amazing. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.